Hi everyone, I'm Ken from Crypto Trading KS. If you're new, welcome, and welcome back to our regular community. My goal is to share my decades of trading experience to assist you to be more of a financial blessing to yourself and those you love, and also gain real wealth in the process. Let's run the numbers. Bitcoin currently trading at 46,082, up 1.81%. Ethereum 3483, up 5.04%. Sol doing really well, up 27.62%. Go Sol! I've hidden knowledge gems throughout this video. Unless you watch to the end, you'll miss them. See how many you can find. Rule 174, T-Cube, Trend, Timing, and Trigger. We looked at trend in the previous episode. We're going to look at timing now, using the KS method. In the trend episode, we look at KS wealth analysis. That's basically setting our own personal trend for where we want to head in life. KS zone analysis is setting our thinking. KS zone analysis are the 4 stages that all investors and traders progress through to become consistently profitable and attain real wealth. When people first start in crypto, they enter the fear zone, zone 1. And the fear zone is very frightening for new people because crypto is incredibly volatile. Zone 2 is the blame zone. Zone 3, patience and rule zone. I share my rules with you that I've acquired over more than 3 decades to help you to be more of a financial blessing to yourself and those you love. Zone 4 is the meaning zone. There are many examples in life of people that enter Zone 3 and stay there for quite a while. They do really well financially, but their personal lives are not what they would like. Zone 4, the meaning zone, is really important. Inner and outer peace, fulfillment, meaning, these are all things that give life a very beautiful hue. It's all about the journey. Heraclitus said something very profound. The contents of your character is your choice. Day by day you choose. What you think and what you do is who you become. We can say that a slightly different way. Our thoughts always have freedom of choice. As Wayne Dyer said, when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. It's always a choice how you look at life. It really is the ultimate freedom. Freedom of choice is something that can never be taken away from you. In your mind, you can always choose how to interpret situations. The crypto market went through a major correction. We can always choose more kindness or, of course, less kindness. But in this case, we're not talking about kindness to other people. This is all about kindness to yourself. The Dalai Lama had a really good perspective on this. Be kind wherever possible. And it is always possible. It's always possible to be kind to yourself. Being kind allows you to learn and grow instead of blaming yourself. If other people blame you, just think about what they're saying. Is it any realistic point? But the real important thing is your own opinion. What do you think you could do better? If you find something that you could do more effectively next time, that's fine. Be kind to yourself. Don't worry too much about it. For many years, I lectured first and second year statistics. One of the things that I noticed, the students were very unkind to themselves. They said, I don't understand mathematics. I can never get this. And it's simply not true. It's all about making errors, failing, building your way up to success. In all my years of teaching, I never found anyone that would just get 100% on every test. Everybody has to fail. You fail to succeed. In fact, you fail your way to success. With the same perspective, we can always choose more conflict or less conflict. It's really good to live a harmonious life with inner and outer peace. When people have a go at you or attack you, just realize it's probably nothing personal at all. Maybe they had a bad day. It's good to have a reason for other people and just exert more kindness. You don't have to actually respond. Any act of kindness that you make is never wasted. We talked previously about zone 2, the blame zone. You need a lot of kindness to yourself to move into zone 3. Zone 3 is all about probabilistic fearlessness. It's about looking at the numbers, asserting what could happen. There's always a chance that what we think could happen does not happen. That's why it's called probability and not certainty. And we're in the most volatile market on the planet, but also the most rewarding. The next thing we do is look at crypto newbie news sentiment. Hey, how fun this is. What we do is simply put Bitcoin into Google and search for the latest results. We want to see how the news is reflecting current sentiment. CVC, cryptocurrency, jumps by 29% in the last 24 hours. Fantastic. The way that I'm reading these news headlines is from the perspective of someone very new to the crypto community. I'm trying to figure out if a new member to our society, if you like, would want to buy or would want to run. Seller network cryptocurrency is up 28%. Wow, where's the buy button? Oh, what's this? US firm 10T or 10 trillion raises 750 million for crypto investment fund. That sounds pretty good. That means what? That money is going to come into the crypto market? Oh, look at this guy. He's counting money. Or is it a girl? I don't know. Macquarie Group to pilot green Bitcoin mining. It's green. Oh, look at Bitcoin. It's all green. This is fantastic. We absolutely need, oh, I'm so excited I can't speak. We need to change Bitcoin from gold to green. Cryptocurrency accounting is all set to hit mainstream. Oh, that's a very good thing. We definitely need that. Terra price forecast. Oh, here's the next key level to watch. Fantastic. What's it got Ethereum there for? Couldn't have put Terra there. Oh, Cardano's. Hoskinson calls this a win. Not just for Bitcoin. Oh, there's a little girl dancing. How sweet. What is that? She's in the, it looks like wet cement or something. There's little footprints everywhere. Bitcoin rate at 100,000 by the end of 2021. Or early 2022. And there's a dartboard and there's a dart with 100 in the bullseye. Oh, that looks good. I think it's time to buy. Cryptocurrency prices today. Bitcoin recovers slightly. It's recovered slightly. Oh, Balancer Protocol reveals partnership with Wall Street Bets. Look at that cool little guy with his glasses. This is fantastic. As a new person to the crypto industry, we could say that this is pretty positive. So we flip back to the crypto dashboard and what do we see? Wow, there's a lot of green. One thing to be really aware of is the news reflects current sentiment. Also, the news is there for advertisers. You have to be really careful about getting sucked in with news headlines. It could be nice to think that the news papers and the news sources are all about you. They love and care for you and they're going to make sure that you're looked after. Unfortunately, they have to pay all the bills and there's a lot of bills. They pretty much exist for advertisers. It's really important to understand the media industry. That's just how it works. The next thing we do is look at investment substitutability. What we're looking at here are the relative percentage differences between crypto, precious metals, and the stock market. The S&P 500 over the past year up 34%. Gold down 9%. Bitcoin up 349%. Crypto is looking pretty attractive. Let's now take a rapid overview of the total crypto market. Currently, there are 11,776 cryptos in the crypto market. We can see that Bitcoin is currently 39.9% to its all-time previous high. Ethereum will increase 25.5% when it reaches its all-time previous high. Cardano will increase 21.7% when it retraces to its all-time previous high. BNB, Binance Coin, 64.6% to its all-time high. Solana, only 3.9% away. Oh, Solana, you've done so well. XRP, a modest 248.8% to its all-time high. DOGE, 186.8% to its all-time high. Polkadot, 72%. Uni, 90.1%. And Bitcoin Cash, 550.5%. Turning to the Bitcoin stablecoin supply ratio SSR oscillator, we can see that stablecoins have been coming into the market. We also note that the stablecoins are not being deployed into Bitcoin at the same rate. Now, let's have an analysis of what this really means. When we go back to previous upward action in this blue line, the SSR, what do we see when we get a dip? What happens to price? It dips as well. Is this over? I would suggest it's not over just yet. Just keep a risk management perspective and keep an awareness that this may not be the end of the dip. That's what I'm doing. I just pass it across to you. Turning now to Bitcoin futures open interest across all exchanges, we noticed the association between price and open interest. We had a massive fall off or a massive clean out in open interest. It's fallen down to low levels, and the price we can see has fallen also. We would really want to see the SSR oscillator ticking up and also the open interest to tick up to give us confidence, more confidence, that the probabilities are for higher prices. As we see right now, the open interest is lower than yesterday. Just keep your eyes on these things. Moving across to crypto total market cap. Total market cap is currently $2.132 trillion. It's done quite well. We understand that there was a rather big sell-off that occurred throughout the crypto market space. We can see the relative strength is increasing. That is always a good sign. We can see the price is also increasing. Now, what does this graph, this chart represent? It is actually the representation of 11,776 cryptos all in one neat package. It's telling us how the entire crypto market is moving. Really important chart. Now, what we can see is the price is coming up here. Notice the rejections that have been coming. Price is moving up. The relative strength is also moving up. These are good things, but we don't just look at one chart. We've got to keep in mind the SSR oscillator, futures open interest, and a wide variety of other things. There could be the potential for more sharp knives, falling knives to be caught at lower support levels. Just keep that one in mind. Rule 86, price is negatively biased. What does this mean? You can see an example of the negative bias of price playing out against the whole crypto market in this particular candle. Price likes to go down. In the crypto space, it certainly likes to go up as well, but it's the downside that makes us a little bit sad. We really want the price to go up, but unfortunately price is more likely to go down, and go down quickly and go down hard. We've seen it here. Price went down, came up, went down, came up. Basically, price can either go up or down the lift and come back on the stairs. It's a really good analogy and it plays out all the time. Just please keep in mind that if you're seeking to get in something to increase your positions, just think of dollar cost averaging at the lowest levels you can. I'd like to share with you something from Tails. And Tails put this together, Tails from the Man Cave. This is all about buying the falling knife. Look at that, the Pac-Man. Oh, yum, yum, yum. He loves it. Or she loves it. Could be Miss Pac-Man. When it goes down, thank you very much. We'll grab those. You can see how much value there is in buying these falling knives, especially in crypto. Thank you, Tales from the Man Cave. Let's have a look at liquidations across the past 24 hours. They were 380.58 million, occurring across 95,538 traders. Over the past 12 hours, 51.2% of liquidations were short. We saw just previously multi-billion-dollar liquidations. Now you understand what can happen when those liquidations occur. That's why we're always looking out for them. They give us a very good signal on which way the market might be heading. Let's have a look at the top 7. Top 7, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, Binance Coin, Tether, Solana, XRP. And the other positions are DOGE, USD Coin, and Polkadot. Let's have a look at the greatest 24-hour percent gainers. IOST, Mina, HBAR, Elron, Phantom, Ray, Nia, Solana, Algo, and Waves. Let's check out the greatest 7-day percent gainers. Phantom, Nia, Solana, Algo, IOST, Quant, HBAR, OMG, IOTA, and eCash. Now let's check out the greatest 24-hour percent losses. Quant, Cell, Rev, Perp, BSV. Now we're getting into stable coins. We've got DAI, USDT, BUSD, USDC, and TUSD. Let's have a look at the greatest percent losses over the past 7 days. Uniswap, Decred, Cello, Telcoin, Aave, ADA, Maker, Cake, KCS, and Flow. Turning to Binance derivatives, 24-hour trading volume 101.3 billion, 24-hour open interest 8.9 billion. When we look at the change in the price of the contract over the past 24 hours in the derivatives contract, we can see Bitcoin at around positive 1.2%, Ethereum 3.8%. Ethereum is attracting far more open interest than Bitcoin. If we go and have a look at the other perpetuals, we can see so many examples of above 10% gainers. It is literally as though the market had a bit of food poisoning, it threw up, and now it's gone back to party. IOST, HBAR, these are the top ones. Ray, Elron, EGLD, Nia, Phantom, SRM, Seller, CVC, Solana, Algo, Waves, OMG, AVAX, and SHIB. They're all above 20%. That's quite impressive. Only one is registering negative. That's IOTA at negative 0.6%. Every day we monitor USDT, which is Tether. We're actually seeing if there's any stress to the stablecoin ecosystem. We judge it through the amount of open interest. Currently in the perpetuals, there's nothing significant, and even less in the traditional futures. There's no problems with the stablecoins right now. Looking at the top 33 trading on Binance over the past 14 days, we can see Solana out in front, up 204.5, wow, 205% now. Algo up 104%. Look at Algo. Algo has just rocketed. FTT is the next one, up 71.68, followed by Atom, nearly 30%, Filecoin, nearly 23%, DOT, around 16%, Luna, nearly 13%, followed by ETH, TRX, Link, ICP, Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, VET, Axie Infinity, XTZ, Theta, AVAX, XRP, XLM, and then Bitcoin. Let's turn to a technical analysis of Bitcoin. Rule 45. No alt can escape Bitcoin's gravity. We just saw when Bitcoin sold off, it took the entire market with it. These sell-offs, as well as upticks, occur on the 1 second basis. The gravity is directional. That's the important thing to understand. If Bitcoin goes up, the alts will go up. If Bitcoin goes down, the alts will go down. But of course, there's always a handful that defy the gravity. They're the really interesting ones to look at. Turning to Bitcoin options. Options expiring at the end of the month. The put-call ratio, 0.53. Total open interest, 59,316.8. The max pain price, the price at which the majority of options expire worthless, is 42,000. That's the same as yesterday. Looking into the Bitcoin futures markets, on the perpetual side, we can see the perpetuals are predominantly short, and there's a lot of value tied up in these shorts, well over basically 15-16 billion. Turning to the traditional futures, we can see options expiring at the 24th of September are basically long. The Fear and Greed Index is currently 45, signifying fear. Let's drill into Bitcoin a little bit more. We can see fear at 45. It was neutral at 47 yesterday. Extreme greed at 79 the day before. And we can see so much greed for so many days. Okay, let's check out what's cooking here. We can see the relative strength coming back to support. There's a slight uptick here. Price is hovering around the 200-day moving average after breaking through this preliminary support and the quite substantial support around the 49,000 to 50,000 mark. What basically happened here is that there was so much open interest which pushed the price down. So many people were long in the market. The shorts came in en masse and forced all the longs to sell. That's what shot the price down to the 50-day moving average. That's what actually occurred. We can see that the max pain level has not changed in days, but we saw around $3.72 billion worth of actual liquidations occurring here. Turning to Bitcoin's technical analysis, Bitcoin is currently trading at 46,196. We can see support below 45,830, 45,268, the psychological 45,000, which acted really well as a support level. Below that, 44,602, 43,853. Now, one thing to notice here is this immediate resistance. Now, I pop something in here. Ukraine law to regulate Bitcoin was passed today. There is approximately 2.2 billion in Bitcoin, or 46,351 Bitcoin, held by the Ukrainian government. That's really interesting to know. They're a really big early adopter. Ukraine, I think, is going to do very, very well out of this technological revolution. Now, when you think about this line, it's very important to think that when price makes a higher high, when it's trading above 46,566 and consolidating and moving up from there, I believe we can see a reversal of this down pattern. The critical thing to also remember is this is an incredibly large sell-off. So we may have the situation where people are justifiably concerned, especially people new to the crypto space. But we know the fact that certainty is not rewarded in markets, uncertainty is. Let's turn now to an analysis of Ethereum. Turning to Ethereum options, we can see for options expiring at the end of the month, total open interest 397,863, the put call ratio 0.62, max pain price is still 25.60. That's the point at which causes the maximum pain. In that price level, the maximum number of options expire worthless. Moving across to the ETH futures markets, when we look at perpetuals, we can see significant shorting volume for the perpetuals, far greater than the long volume. Turning to the traditional futures, for futures expiring at the 24th of September, we can see the majority of value, open interest going into the long side. Since EIP 1559 was introduced, $888.7 million of ETH has been burned. When people talk about the flippening, that is that the market cap of ETH is greater than the market cap of Bitcoin. We see currently that the market cap of ETH is 47% of the market cap of Bitcoin. The flippening has not occurred. Zooming out on the one-day analysis, we can see that the 26-day exponential moving average is holding price quite well. ETH has certainly come down, but it's above its key resistance level. That will activate around 32.47. It's not doing too badly, and we can see that the max pain price has not changed. Ethereum is currently trading at 34.81. We can see this very heavy resistance, now support line. It's critical that Ethereum get over this particular line to start to repair the damage that's been done with all these long liquidations that occurred here. Ethereum does have quite a bit of resistance coming in at the 36.37 mark. So let's think more about where to catch any falling knives if they're going to occur. We can see support at 34.47, 33.94, 33.19, 32.22, 31.30, 30.87, and 29.88. As we know that no alt can escape Bitcoin's gravity, you can see Bitcoin's fingerprint in here in the background. We really need Bitcoin to confirm the repair. That is very, very good trading and investing. It wasn't too many days ago that people were feeling very despondent and a little upset. They thought, oh, we've missed Ethereum. Look, Ethereum is 4,000. We're never going to catch it. And I always mention, price is negatively biased. Price is always moving in a wave. This is a very big wave up. We would expect a wave down. And so many people were long in the market at that time, and their shorts got hunted. Well, their stops got hunted, sorry. And that meant because they were long, they had to sell. They were expecting to sell at higher prices. They ended up getting liquidated and had to sell at market, which pushed the price way down here. It's possible that some people could have actually picked up Ethereum around the $3,000 mark. And I know some people did it quite closely to that. Well done. Let's have a look at the crypto main market. Rule 109, enhance pattern recognition, a very profitable rule. Let's have a look at the top 8. This is on a weekly basis. One candle is 1 week of data. When we look at Bitcoin, we can see there are some key weekly levels of support. 42,502, 39,031. We're not suggesting the price will come down to those levels, but just bear in mind this upward support line drawn from many weeks ago. This upward support would support the 39,031 line very well and potentially lower. Just bear that in mind. Ethereum, we can see the weekly support from a long many weeks ago coming into activity around the 2883 mark, or potentially 2703 or 2508, just depending on the tail down. We can see Cardano. Cardano went down to its basic support line here. Literally the tail touched it and retraced, shot back up. We can see some fairly good weekly support lines there. The current price of ADA is 2,543. We have support at 2,437, 2,321, 2,289. That's quite a major one. 2,066 and 1,869. Looking at Binance Coin, Binance Coin has major support at 393.60. The current price 416.10. There is another support at 395.70. XRP currently trading at 1.1074. A very large amount of support at the 80-cent mark. Also, we notice this upward support that would come into play around that 80-cent mark as well. We're not saying that the price is going to go to 80 cents. We're just saying there's a lot of support around that basis. Having a look at Dogecoin, currently trading at 25.57. We have good support at 24.55 and between that range and 18.11. Again, we're not saying it's going to go to 18.11. What is really all about is there is support in that range. Having a look at DOT. DOT is currently trading at 28.83. We have support at 27.43. Very strong structural support at 24.09. Also 24.07, 22.01, 19.48, 18.01. We can see quite a bit of support for DOT currently. Having a look at Solana. Solana is currently trading at 207.47. Go Sol. If Sol comes back to the actual trend line that is supporting its price behavior, 130.11 is a very strong support, as is 93.78 and 73.21. We're all about catching the falling knife. It's quite possible that a falling knife could come down there and get slurped back up like ADA, Cardano here. Those long tail rejections like we saw in Doge, when Doge was basically around 26.35 and went down to 16.47, it came straight back up to 26.44. Just an explanation of how our community loves to catch those falling knives. They're very profitable. Let's have a look at the community requests. Rule 444. Ignore tips, advice, and marketing. It's really important to do your own research. Make sure you're entering something that you know something about. Because price is negatively biased, Rule 94 is very powerful. Let price come to you. It's all about relaxing and waiting for price to fill your buy orders at lower support levels. Let's have a look into the top community requests. If you would like your coin to appear here, please leave a comment in YouTube so that you let me know what you would like. Let's have a look at NIA. NIA is on a rampage. This is the 3-day time frame. It's very much shooting up the elevator. What do we know about elevators? Okay, we're seeing elevators and stairs is what we know. Elevator up and stairs down. What we can see there are some very good support levels below at 7, 399, 6740, 5993. What we see is that NEAR is in price discovery mode right now. I'm doing these lines pretty much similarly on different charts to give you some sort of concept how you can compare charts and use pattern recognition. IOST is currently trading at 79.22. It's doing quite well. We can see that there is a resistance level at 79.50. Also two support levels below, 69.07 and 63.63. Having a look at H-bar, Hedra hash graph, current price 35.27. It has two levels of resistance above, 35.88 and 38.46. One level of support below, 32.11. Remember, what we're doing here is creating comparable analysis. Comparative, it's all about being able to compare one to the other in some kind of meaningful way. Having a look at OMG. OMG is currently trading at 8.835, has a level of support below at 7.724, resistance above 10.549 and 13.265. As far as your pattern recognition goes, any of these charts could potentially turn into NEAR's chart. Having a look at the pattern recognition is really good for you to understand what is going to happen potentially. Let's have a look at Phantom, FTM. We can see very strong support levels below, 92.50, 69.34, 57.76. Don't forget that this is all comparative. We're trying to draw the same analysis so that you can see. For example, if we look at Solana, it's currently trading at 206.99. It has those same support levels up here at 59.43, 47.38, 35.93. That just goes to show you how far Solana has gone up and how far cryptos can rally. Also, it gives you an idea how early in the timeline some of these things are as well. EGLD currently trading at 196.37, has support below at 180.73 and resistance above at 256, 224.36. Let's have a look at Waves. Waves currently trading at 31.29. Waves actually dipped down to $21. Very impressive. If you bought the falling knife there, you've already made so many percentage points on that. This is what we live for in our community, trying to get these falling knives. They're fantastically profitable. Very few people do it because they don't understand the inherent, very strong volatility in crypto, but you can make that volatility work for you as well. Doing the same comparative analysis, we're seeing two support levels below the current price for Waves, 30.16 and 17.94, one resistance above at 34.30. I always love to give you tips and tricks and things that you can look at the market with more insight. If we look at Sol, it's so powerful. But how does that represent itself if you were to look back at NEAR? What is NEAR's price behavior like when compared to Sol? We can see the crossing of this peak up. The crossing of this peak up is about here. It's almost like NEAR is just starting to take out this particular area. What about Phantom, for example? Phantom crossed above. It's gone up a little bit. It's potentially up around this area when comparing it to Solana. What about Osmigo, OMG? OMG! We can see OMG's price is quite below that top level resistance here. If OMG could go the way Solana went, wow. And then we can look at IOST, very close to the peak here. What could potentially happen? What happened with the peak there? There's different behaviors that you want to pay attention to when they occur, how they work, where the trend lines are. There's so much more to cover with you, but I always like to give you a kind of an insight into how you can look differently at the crypto market so you can become more of a financial blessing to yourself and those you love. I'd like to thank the very kind members of our community who have reached out and bought me a coffee, or sometimes more than one, which is very lovely, at buymeacoffee.com/cryptotradingks. Thank you so much. It's really much appreciated, and I must tell you, I love coffee. I hope you found the content useful. Please consider sharing and liking this video if you think it will help others. Thank you to our moderators for keeping our community safe from scammers. Please say hi and let me know if you have any questions. I always love to hear your questions. It's never an imposition. Please feel free to reach out anytime in the comments on YouTube. If you would like daily updates on price movements in the crypto market, please subscribe to YouTube and don't forget to hit the bell notification icon as content comes out at various times throughout the day and night. Please remember, crypto is volatile. Always prepare yourself for the best and worst case scenarios. Reality will likely be between them. Stay safe out there. Take care and see you next time. Bye for now.